at the Arriaga Family Sports Center. This is where our wrestling room is, our locker room, our coaches' offices, our weight room, and nutrition, everything for the wrestlers are in this building. So we're in the hallway coming down to the basement. As you're around this corner, we've got some new artwork that just went up that shows the history of the program. We've got Coach Blake here. Standing right next to his picture that's on the wall. You can tell he hasn't aged a bit. He still looks like a young buck back from 2006. No, as you come down here, we're really proud of this space. Just finished this within the last month and a half or so. And what it is it's an area to identify wrestling downstairs, but also show off the history of the program. So as you walk around, it has a lot of murals, a lot of pictures of people that had great success in our program. There's an area for All-Americans, and then there's some other stuff that tells the history, the coaching tree here, and then all the way down to our Vern Jones Outstanding Wrestler Award to Matt Gentry, and we'll show you kind of that as we go down. Coming down, as a key subject, was a 3-time NCAA qualifier. Like you said, Coach Blake, just a lot of guys. Garrett Shaner was an NCAA qualifier for us, and a lot of these guys were at the Nationals multiple times, and still very involved with our program. Warren McPherson, he's the man. Luke Feist, couple-time NCAA qualifier. Jay Jackson, round of 12, I believe, coached here for a long time as an assistant coach. Lives locally and still involved with the program. So some of our academic success, a little bit more synonymous with Stanford. You think about the academic success, but this shows up our academic All-Americans and our team finishes over the last so many years. And then we give out an award every year for our most outstanding wrestler. It's named after Vern Jones. You could probably zoom in on the plaque here and read about his legacy. Unfortunately, Vern just passed away within the last few months. He's 93 years old, so he lived a great life. But he was instrumental in keeping the Stanford Wrestling program around over the years. Matter of fact, back when Chris Harpel coached here in the 70s and 80s, they tried to drop the program where it was demoted to club level numerous times. And through the generosity of Vern and many other, we established the Vern Jones Wrestling Endowment and raised a bunch of funds to kind of take the program to a different level, and so he's a huge part of everything that we're accomplishing now, so really thankful for him. And so we've got a little area for him, list of our Vern Jones Outstanding Wrestlers every year, and then coming down this way, our All-American list. So these are all of our program's All-Americans, and then a picture of Matt Gentry. That's actually from when Matt won the NCAA championships in 2004 and beat Jake Percival in the finals and finished an undefeated season. So as we move down, we get down to our team finishes, top 25 team finishes, our conference champions, some more murals, some guys that were multiple-time conference champions or multiple-time NCAA qualifiers. Most of these guys, they weren't All-Americans, but they were very successful in the program, so got their pictures up there. And then some of our international Olympic success, we've got Nathan Butler, 4-time NCAA qualifier, junior world bronze medalist, of course Matt Gentry, multiple times on the World Olympic teams for Canada, and then we've got Patricia Miranda, who actually Patricia wrestled here on the varsity team with the guys, trained alongside. She actually wrestled in at least one, maybe a handful of college dual meets, which is a pretty cool story about her. So she wrestled definitely against like Cal Poly and some other teams, and so that's a pretty neat story. But her real legacy is that she went on to be the first medalist in the Olympics in 2000 I believe, 2004 when women's wrestling started in the Olympics. So she was Olympic medalist. I think in that year she finished bronze, but she finished bronze in the 06 World Championships as well, and was on numerous other teams. So really excited to show off her legacy with us. So. And then we come down to the wrestling room. So kind of got some new artwork and graphics up on our entry, which we're excited about, and we can walk in and take a look at the wrestling space. Come on in. Well, here's the wrestling room, so we're really proud of this. And as you see it here, we've been in this exact kind of situation since 2014, so it's about our 4.5 years we've been in here. Now, the room was always in this space. It was much smaller. We only had 2 mats. And in 2014, we acquired, based on they renovated this whole building, and because of that, we were able to take over an old part of the equipment room, which was at the far end of this building. And when we acquired that space, we knocked the wall down, took a staircase out, and got a lot more space. So now we have 3 full mats. We have an area for cardio, plenty of space for the guys. put some windows in over there above the pull-up bars, which is really nice because when you're in the basement and you're wrestling, it's nice to have natural light. So that's something we're excited about. And then we have a little weight rack for the guys. But if you walk all the way in, you can see another little mural that goes all the way down, and it shows all of our All-Americans and then in-state champions. We actually got to do a little updating on that. We've got a couple guys that haven't gone up, but that'll happen here in the near future. But this really did inspire the guys. So this is what they're training for every day, to be in-state champions, be All-Americans. So we wanted to put murals up of all those guys inside the room because outside in the hallway just has their name. So in here, they get that. So, but this is our space. We're real proud of it, and we think it's more than efficient and adequate for us. And so, we're just happy to have it. All right, so we're going to leave the wrestling room and just give you an idea for proximity. You came down the hallway, went in the wrestling room, but we actually passed our locker room. We're going to walk in there and take a look at it. It's a brand new space, just opened. We're about a year, just over a year. I think last December we moved into it, so the space has been totally renovated. And give you an idea, you come out probably 40 feet, and the guys are in their locker room. So check it out. Another mural of Matt Gentry, but pretty cool artwork, some graphics. Some more pictures. There's a picture of our outdoor duel we do annually now, the last 4 years. And this is the mascot, the takedown tree, kind of a mascot that we came up with specifically for wrestling. Thought that was cool to put that up there. And then some other guys that have been big successes in our program. So come on in. So here's our new space. Pretty proud of this. Again, we've been in here about a year. Everyone's got their own little individual locker. It's got the USB ports and all the gadgets in there to plug their phones in, iPads, whatever they need to charge them. And then it's got a little cubby on the bottom for their shoes. We posted all their individual goals up on their lockers so that they don't forget those as the year goes on. And then refrigerator space, little lounge area. These got areas for plug-ins for their laptops so they can do some work if they need to, and watch some TV. And then, when we have weigh-ins, we have this little nook to put some food up and some extra storage under there. And then this just leads out into the shower and toilet space. This is kind of the wet space. So there's a dirty laundry bin down there, some cubbies for shoes, and then showers and toilets around there. So we're real happy about this. We used to share a locker room with General Rec. So before our guys would come into this space, it was a big open rec area. We'd have our own lockers, but then we'd have to just be involved with other people. And so over time we acquired space down here, and we've got our own place, and I'm really proud of it now. So it's just Stanford Wrestling for the most part in this basement, with the exception of track and field has a locker room next to us. But other than that, we're probably, I think we definitely are the only sport that has our practice facility, our coaches' offices, our locker room, the weight room, nutrition, sports medicine, all that within one small space. So we'll continue on. Go check it out down here. We'll go down to the weight room next. Again, giving you an idea of proximity. So came out of the wrestling room, locker rooms to the right, to the left. Going down to see the weight room, which we lifted. Every time we have a lift, for the most part, we're in here. Here we are, plenty of space for the teams. It's not just wrestling's weight room. Other sports teams use it, of course, but when you have 30 to 32 guys on the team, there's really hardly ever any overlap for the most part. There might be one team in here, or it might be some at the tail end, but there's plenty of space if there are two teams in here, and we're never really interrupted, and it's just great space, and it's really, really close for us. So we like that a lot, where our guys can be in and out. And the nice thing, too, is if we have injured athletes during practice, they can come in here, get a lift in while we're working out, and they don't have to go far. And then where we'll go next, we'll go into our sports medicine area or our athletic training area is, and show you how close that is. But if you look back here, there's one of our nutrition hubs, so little nutrition oasis. It's generally popping, and we've got people back there working and handing out smoothies or bagels or fruit or whatever it is the guys need, and it's just kind of come and go. So.
How many times do you guys usually lift during the week?
Well, we lift, even in season, 2 hard lifts a week. So generally like Tuesday, Thursday are our lift days. And then depending on our in-season competition schedule on the weekend, there might be a lift on the weekend. If we're traveling and we're away and we're busy all Friday through Sunday, we won't. But if we have something where we only have one match on the weekend, we tend to get a third lift in on the weekend, maybe on a Sunday or something like that. So we like to try to lift 3 days a week, but for sure 2 days a week. And those are heavy, hard lifts, those Tuesday, Thursday. So even if we're competing on a Friday, as long as it's home, we're gonna get the guys through a good pump and try to make them lift hard. So come on in here. This is a great space. This is the athletic training room. So this would be where the guys go when they need kind of day-to-day, right? If they need to go through a little bit of rehab or get taped or any of that stuff, if they're sore afterwards and they want to come in here and jump in the cold plunge or whatever it is for recovery. This is like the day-to-day medical side. Across the street is the sports clinic, which is where our doctors are housed, which is where they have an x-ray machine and a pharmacy and a lot of those things that are more specific to if you're actually injured, but like kind of the day-to-day stuff, or when you're real close to getting back, if you're not doing like true hard physical therapy, you're probably in here doing a lot of stuff with our athletic trainers. And so this gets really busy, unfortunately, right before practice, right? So of course, we're in winter break still. We haven't started school up, and so a lot of the sports teams and all the student athletes are gone. But that's why it's so quiet around here today. But normally this is an important area to keep the guys healthy. So come on in. I'll show you some of in the back, the cold plunge, hot plunge area, which athletes take advantage of quite a bit. Got a cool mural up on the wall over there. Here. This year was 2016. He was a team captain for us twice. But it's a cool shot. It was actually a situation. Zoomed in. You should have. Through here, turn this on. Just a cold plunge, hot plunge. Guys like to take advantage of this after practice. Relax the muscles or to get them loose before practice. Pretty neat space. I think that's about it. I mean, they got all kinds of cool medical stuff. I mean, they have the Ultra G treadmill, which I think are becoming more and more popular. It's where you can, if you're coming back from a lower body injury, you can jump in that, and it reduces the amount of load that you're putting on your legs, so you can run at different resistances, and those are big and very helpful. Of course, the UBE bikes, the upper body erg bikes, which are good when guys have lower body injuries and they can do stuff. So got a lot of stuff right here, so we're pretty